Imagine this. A massive new open-world game is about to launch, millions of players are waiting. But behind the scenes, an army of bots is already playing it. These aren't human testers. They are intelligent AI agents. They move through the game world at incredible speeds. They jump, they run, they explore every corner. Their mission is simple: find every single bug before a human player ever sees it. These bots are the unseen heroes of modern game development. They work around the clock, tirelessly searching for problems. This is not science fiction. This is the new reality for some of the biggest game companies in the world. AI is changing everything. This revolution is happening quietly but powerfully. In the past, finding bugs was a slow and difficult process. Human testers had to play the same levels over and over. They would try to break the game in every way possible. But modern games are enormous. They have millions of lines of code and endless possibilities. A human team can only cover a small fraction of the game. This means that many bugs slip through and end up in the final product. Players find them on launch day, leading to frustration and disappointment. AI bots, however, can explore these vast digital worlds much more efficiently than any human team could ever hope to. The goal is to create a smoother, more enjoyable experience for everyone. When a game launches without major issues, players are happy. They can immerse themselves in the story and the world without being interrupted by a character getting stuck in a wall or a mission that won't complete. Developers are also happy because they can avoid the stressful and costly process of releasing urgent patches after launch. These AI bots act as a powerful quality control system. They are the guardians of the player experience, working tirelessly in the background to ensure the game is as perfect as it can be. The technology behind these bots is truly amazing. They use advanced algorithms to learn how to play the game on their own. They don't follow a script. Instead, they learn from their own actions, just like a human player would. They figure out the game's rules, and then try to find ways to break them. They can simulate thousands of hours of gameplay in just a few hours of real time. This incredible speed and efficiency is what makes them so valuable. They are not just finding simple glitches, they are uncovering complex problems that might only appear under very specific conditions, problems that human testers might never find. Bugs have always been a part of video games, but in recent years the problem has gotten much worse. Modern games are incredibly complex. Think about huge open-world titles like Cyberpunk 2077. These games have massive worlds, complex stories with many choices and countless interacting systems. Every new feature, every new character, and every new line of code adds another layer of complexity. This complexity is a breeding ground for bugs. A small change in one part of the game can cause unexpected problems in a completely different area. It's like a giant web where touching one strand can make the whole thing shake. The launch of Cyberpunk 2077 is a famous example of what can go wrong. The game was highly anticipated, but it was released with a huge number of bugs, especially on older consoles. Players reported characters floating in the air, cars exploding for no reason, and missions that were impossible to finish. The backlash was immense. The company's reputation was damaged, and they had to spend months and millions of dollars fixing the game. This shows how serious bugs can be. They don't just annoy players, they can cause a financial disaster for the game studio and destroy the trust they have built with their community. The pressure to release games on time is another major factor. Game development is a long and expensive process. Publishers set strict deadlines, and developers are often forced to rush to meet them. This period, known as crunch, is when many mistakes are made. Teams work long hours, and there isn't enough time for thorough testing. As a result, games are often shipped in an unfinished state. The plan is to fix the problems later with patches. But this release now, patch later mentality has created a negative cycle. Players are becoming used to broken launches and their patience is wearing thin. This is why finding bugs before release is so critical. Every bug that makes it into the final game is a failure of the testing process. For a developer, a bug report from a player is bad news. It means their team missed something. It also means they have to pull resources away from creating new content to fix old problems. This slows down the development of future updates and expansions. For players, it ruins the magic. A game is supposed to be an escape, but a game-breaking bug can pull you right out of the experience and remind you that you're just interacting with flawed code. So, how do these AI bots actually work? The technology is based on machine learning, specifically a technique called reinforcement learning. The AI is put into the game environment without any instructions. It starts by performing random actions like moving forward or jumping. When it does something that leads to progress, like opening a door or finding a new area, it receives a small reward. Over time, the AI learns which actions lead to rewards and starts to play the game more effectively. It essentially teaches itself how to play, exploring the game world in a way that is both systematic and creative. The real magic happens when these bots start to look for bugs. Once they understand how the game is supposed to work, they can identify when something goes wrong. For example, if the bot tries to walk through a wall and succeeds, it flags this as a bug. This is called a collision error. The bot automatically takes a screenshot, records video of the event, and collects all the relevant technical data. This detailed report is then sent directly to the human developers. The report shows exactly where the bug happened and what was going on in the game's code at that moment, making it much easier for a programmer to find and fix the issue. Major companies are already using this technology with great success. Ubisoft, the company behind Assassin's Creed, has developed its own AI bug testing agent. This bot can find bugs much faster than human teams. Electronic Arts, the publisher of games like FIFA and Battlefield, also uses AI to test their games at a massive scale. Their AI bots can simulate millions of player matches to test network stability and game balance. This allows them to identify issues that would be almost impossible to find with traditional human testing methods. These companies are leading the way, showing the entire industry what is possible with AI. The benefits are clear speed and quality. An AI bot can test a game 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without ever getting tired or bored. It can cover more ground in a few hours than a human team could in weeks. This speed allows developers to test new versions of the game every single day. They can get instant feedback on their changes and fix bugs as soon as they appear. This leads to a much higher quality final product. Games become more stable, more polished, and ultimately, more fun. The constant cycle of patching after launch is reduced, giving players a better experience from day one. While bug detection is a huge step forward, it's just the beginning. The role of AI in game development is expanding into more creative areas. One of the most exciting developments is using AI to help create game content. This is known as procedural content generation, or PCG. AI algorithms can be used to automatically generate vast and unique game worlds, complete with mountains, forests, and cities. This saves developers thousands of hours of manual work. It also means that every player can have a slightly different experience, as the world they explore can be unique to their playthrough. AI is also becoming a powerful tool for monitoring player behavior after a game is released. Developers can use AI to analyze how millions of people are playing their game. It can track which missions are the most popular, where players are getting stuck, and which weapons or abilities are too powerful. This data is incredibly valuable. It helps developers understand what players enjoy and what they find frustrating. Based on this information, they can make smarter, more targeted updates. For example, if the data shows that a particular boss is too difficult, they can adjust its health or attack patterns in the next patch. However, it's important to understand that AI is a tool to help developers, not replace them. For all their power, AI bots are not truly intelligent in the human sense. They're very good at finding patterns in data and optimizing for specific goals, but they lack creativity, common sense, and an understanding of what makes a game fun. The final decisions must always be made by humans. A bot might suggest a change that perfectly balances the game mathematically, but a human designer might realize that the change would make the game less exciting. The human touch remains essential. There are also risks and challenges. An AI system is only as good as the data it's trained on. If the AI is trained on flawed data, it might make bad recommendations. For example, an AI might learn a bug is a normal feature of the game and not report it. This is why human oversight is crucial. Programmers and designers must constantly review the work of the AI, guide its learning process, and make the final judgment calls. The future is not about AI replacing humans, it's about a powerful collaboration. Humans and AI will work together, each leveraging their unique strengths to build better games. The economic impact of this AI revolution on the gaming industry is massive. By catching bugs early, companies save millions of dollars in post-launch support and patching. A smoother launch leads to better reviews and higher sales. By automating parts of content creation, studios can develop bigger, more ambitious games with smaller teams and budgets. This efficiency makes the industry more sustainable and allows for more creative risks. AI is not just improving the quality of games, it's also improving the financial health of the companies that make them, which is good for everyone involved in the industry. Looking ahead, the collaboration between humans and AI will lead to a new era of gaming. We can expect smarter games with fewer bugs. Imagine personalized experiences where the game world and its story adapt to your individual playstyle, all guided by a sophisticated AI. Non-player characters could become truly intelligent, with dynamic personalities and unscripted behaviors, making game worlds feel more alive than ever before. This human-AI partnership will unlock new levels of creativity and immersion that we're only just beginning to imagine. The future of gaming is bright, and it's being built by this powerful alliance. So, will we ever see a completely bug-free game? Probably not. The complexity of modern software means that some minor glitches will likely always exist. But AI is getting us closer to that goal than ever before. It's fundamentally changing how games are made, tested, and maintained. The days of disastrous bug-filled launches may soon be a thing of the past. The revolution is already here, and it's making gaming better for developers and players alike. The focus can shift from fixing what's broken to creating what's new and exciting. This transformation raises fascinating questions about the future. As AI becomes more integrated into the creative process, how will it change the role of the game designer? What new kinds of game experiences will become possible? We are at the dawn of a new age for interactive entertainment, one where technology and human creativity merge in incredible ways. The journey is just beginning, and it promises to be an exciting ride. What are your thoughts on AI's role in gaming? The discussion is just getting started.